Hey, right team, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. Welcome to the Combat Ready HQ channel. I am looking forward to this one. We're looking at the counter-terrorist police training. We're looking at some CTSFOs. They are highly trained, highly professional and highly respected throughout the police force and also in the military. Okay, they train intensely. They are very good at the basics. They're pretty much, I would say, sort of the SF of the police. They are top tier of the firearm response officers. Okay, very dangerous, very highly skilled job. Work very closely with the military as well, and they are very good at what they do when we talk about clearing and entering buildings. So I'm looking forward to this. Comment below what you think of these. Have you seen them in action? Have you seen anything to do with them? Have you trained with them, worked with them? And remember to like, subscribe and turn notifications bell on. But let's get into this.
These masked operations have been in use for over 20 years. But I'm about to witness a new type of training that until recently was the exclusive domain of Special Forces. I'm going to see firsthand what these armed officers are put through.
This is the first time that anyone's been granted access to see a counter-terrorist police team training.
This team...
Yeah, so I'm actually quite surprised that they did allow cameras in for this. I would have thought they would have kept this, you know, behind closed doors, but they have allowed this. So very exciting to be able to see this and for them to be able to show you like how good they actually are, because I know they are very good.
Is made up of regular police officers who have volunteered for the role.
Okay, so when he says volunteer, you don't just volunteer and go into that role. You have to be selected just like you do throughout the rest of the army. So you put yourself forward, you have to go through a selection process, then you have to go through training, you have to pass that, and then you're able to get onto the teams and work as a CTSFO. You don't just volunteer for the role. Yes, they're all volunteers to go forward for it because they want to do it, but you obviously have to go through a selection process.
Their training is intense and involves an extra 14 weeks of tactical drills on top of the months of training it takes to become an armed officer.
Yeah, see, 14 weeks on top.
They're continuously reassessed. I'm being taken through their tactics by Inspector Dex Manley.
You've got to admit, they look Ali, didn't they? The grey suits.
I'll tell you, mate. Good, mate.
It is. They do look good. Look, Ali.
Tell me what's about to take place. Yeah, well, the guys now are doing a dynamic search. So in a counter-terrorism operation, they're going to be gaining entry quick time into the premises using explosive method of entry.
Okay, so straight away they're training explosive entry.
That's noisy.
Played Ross jump.
Many of these officers were deployed after the Manchester attack of 2017.
Okay. So Dex, if you were on the other side of that door, what would happen to you?
So if you're on the other side of the door, you'd obviously get the shockwaves that probably knock you off your feet, Ross, but most of the charge is going back outside the premises.
So it wouldn't necessarily kill you then?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so it's not going to kill you, the charge, but what it is going to do, especially if you're not expecting it, it's just going to get you off your feet. It's going to make you feel a little bit lost, lose focus, you're disorientated, what's going on. Bit of a loud bang because you're not going to be wearing the ear deafs that they're going to be wearing, so it is going to obviously give them an advantage.
Once inside the building, the team then use stun grenades to disorientate whoever is inside.
More disorientation. Moving quickly.
Okay then, Ross. How about you coming inside this time and you being the hostage?
Go for it. Yeah.
You're going to go into this room now. So when the team come in, mate, they're going to make an entry in here dynamically. They're going to use stun grenades to get into the premises there or into that room, disorientate you, and then they're obviously going to deal with you as a hostage in the room.
And if there are actual hostage takers in there, what would happen to them?
Depending on obviously what kind of threat they present, the hostage takers will also be dealt with or neutralised depending on the threat they're offering towards either you or the officers coming in the room. If you understand.
Very political way of saying that. Depending on the rules of engagement, what the threat is. If you go into that room and they're holding a weapon up to you or to the hostage, and you feel that that person's life is in danger or your life is in danger, then obviously you carry out the necessary drills to end that, neutralise that target, and take away that threat. So yeah, if you're going into a room and there's a hostage in there with a hostage taker and that weapon's pointing at you, what are you going to do?
Stand over in the corner, mate.
Right.
Give it to Ross though. He did the Ross Kemp in Afghanistan. He's seen a lot. He's been through it.
I know what's about to happen. Can you imagine what, in a real hostage situation, he'd actually feel?
There we go. Explosive entry. Moving in quickly. Holding weapons. Look at how they're holding it. They're all over their drills. Look. There you go. Look. Switching shoulder. So can you imagine going through that without those ear deafs on there? Okay, massively reducing that noise, and it's really going to disorientate you. You're going to have that ringing in the ears. It's really going to put you off. You're going to struggle to engage back unless you've got something like that in place. Obviously not going to engage because he hasn't got a weapon up. Still going to take him out as if they're a hostage taker, just to be safe before you get out. You don't want them have, just in case they are pretending to be a hostage and they've got a weapon.
Taker, you're going to be on the back foot straight away. The blinding light, the extremely loud bangs disorientates you.
When you joined the police, did you, in your wildest dreams, think that one day you'd be carrying a carbine, throwing flashbangs, doing explosive entry?
Not at all. You know, I mean, 27 years now I've been in the job, and if I think back now to when I first started walking the beat, it's a million miles away from where I am now.
I think at the end of the day, we volunteered for this. We know that we're moving away from normal policing, so we take that on.
There'll be some people watching this that will say, look, policemen shouldn't be doing this. This is the role of the military.
Before we carry on, what do you think? Is this the role of the military, or should we have CTSFO officers and armed response officers?
How would you argue against that?
Yeah, this is quite a high-end tactic that you've seen us do. But the very next day, we could be dealing with relatively low-level gun crime, and we go into places that have got plenty of innocent people in there, friends, families, associates, and we still need those policing skills to be able to deal with those people as well. So it's not always at that level.
Look, he has got a point there, and I feel it's not 100% correct because special forces are very highly trained for pretty much every scenario, but we are, what's he going on about? Aggressive, door kicking, going in, explosive entry, making as much noise and as mess as possible, get in, get out, as they, you know, more politically correct, still have the police in, you know, it's not that shoot to kill, it's, yeah. So you can see why he says that, especially with nowadays, with the gun crime and the threats we do have on the streets. You just don't want the military on the streets all the time doing what they do, because it could get messy and it could frighten people as well.
Unfortunately, in today's climate, this elite group of firearms officers are essential.
Very true. They are essential. The threat is out there, and you need highly skilled armed police officers like this on the streets, doing what they do best, and they are some of the best at it. They are very good. If you watch them actually clear a building in person, they are very, very good, and they train hard all the time, whether they're out sitting in a car waiting to go somewhere, they're on QRF somewhere else. If they're not doing that, they're pretty much training, perfecting their skills, train with the military and other sort of police around the world, fast roping and all sorts, to be the best of what they actually do and be like sort of the tip of the spear within the police force. Are they SF? No. But are they very good at what they do? Yes, they are, and they should be respected for that. Definitely, if I was in the police force, that's what I'd be aiming to do. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give us a comment below of what you thought. Remember to like, subscribe, turn notifications bell on. It really helps the channel. I really appreciate all the support, and I'll see you soon.